on, y'all? The reviewer is here, and I'm back to give y'all this album review of Scarface Al Kapone called What You Got. Man, I know y'all surprised I have this CD. In case y'all think I'm playing, this is the real deal. Y'all know how we do. And this is funny right here. If you pause it, you'll see it. Now, in case y'all don't know who Al Kapone is to me, he's a rap legend from Memphis, Tennessee. You know what I mean? He's been making music for decades, man. He's one of the first artists to even had like that get crunk, get buck style in his music. This is back in the early 90s, you know what I mean? So this right here is his second solo album. I'm not talking underground, I'm talking nationwide. With that being said, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Who made the beats for the album? The productions team were Alkatraz Productions, who I'm sure was Al Kapone, DJ Diz, DJ Squeaky, and SMK. All right, and the features were Taylor Boys, who is Taylor Boy and Cocaine Wayne, Big Vince, Mac Brownie, Michael Street, may he rest in peace, Land of the Lost, who is Lou Nut and Flags, C9, may he rest in peace, and First Degree. That's First Degree of, First Degree in Deep Sleep, called Mental Prison album that they came out with, which I'm gonna get soon, so be on the lookout for that album. And if you know what, anyway, now let's go with the songs now. Now the first track was called What You Got. This is like a dance track, for girls to shake their behinds to. And this is a really bumping track too. It's bumping. Al Kapone come through with some dope verses there. I like that hook, it's really nice. Pretty much this is just what it is. You can't go wrong with this song right here. The next one is called Definition of a Hater. Oh my God, yo, this song is blazing, man. Like, this is probably one of the best songs, if not the best song off of this album. This features Taylor Boys, Big Vince, Mac Brownie, who's a female rapper. All of them come through with some dope verses. Mac Brownie, she raps fast on there. I wonder how she never came out with a solo. But anyway, that beat is banging. I cannot stress how hard this track is. I used to play this song so much, man. Al Kapone come through with a dope ass verse. Again, definitely a banger you gotta peep. The next one I'm gonna go down to Full of Endo. This song is old sounding. If you hear it, you'll see what I'm talking about. You can tell Al Kapone rapping like in an old style that a lot of us may be familiar with. And Michael Street, he sings the hook on here. The song is straight though, it's not bad. Then the next one is called So Buck. This is a banging track if you into like get crunk, get buck songs. And this track is off the hook. Al Kapone come through with some nice verses. Big Vince, he does pretty straight. And like I said, this is a pretty tight track. To the Death is another blazing song by Al Kapone. You can tell this almost sounds like the Resurrection style that he came through. That's another album I need to get as well. Hopefully I'll be able to get it. But anyway, To the Death is so raw. Like, Al Kapone come through with some dope ass verses. That beat is banging. The hook, everything about the song is tight to me, you know what I'm saying? Then Lyrical Drive-By. This song, I'm sure a lot of y'all may have heard it before. If y'all heard it before, y'all know. This song is pretty nice. Al Kapone come through with some dope verses. This is one of his most popular songs, so if you haven't heard it before, I'll be kind of surprised. And this song is pretty nice. The next one is Ride or Die. This is a pretty tight track from Al Kapone. It has a nice sample from Tupac, the Hail Mary song called Ride or Die, Ride da 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 da. He has that sample on the hook, and Al Kapone come through with some dope verses. He's spitting some real stuff on here, man. So if y'all haven't heard this before, peep it out. The next one is called Break Yourself. This features the Land of the Lost crew that I told you about, C9 and First Degree. This is a pretty nice track for them. They all come through with some nice verses. The beat is solid for the most part, but the lyrics are dope, you know what I mean? Then the next one is Digging the Scene. This is another one of Al Capone older cuts. It's a pretty nice track, it's not bad. Take 'Em on a Drive-By is another version of Lyrical Drive-By. Al Capone come through with some nice verses, and again, this is like a older track for Al Capone. Then the next one is called Loken Up, Memories of Club 380. If you hear it, you can tell this is very old sounding, like the beat, the vocals and everything, man. He's telling Al Capone, he's telling a nice story on this track. Overall, it's pretty solid. 13 called Juvenile. This is another older track, you can tell. And this song is pretty nice. Al Capone is telling the story of how he was as a juvenile or a minor. He used to get into a lot of stuff. So it's a nice little story song. And then the last one is called What You Got, the radio version. That's all the songs that I review for this album. To rate this out of a 10, I will give this a solid 8 to an 8.5 out of 10. So I guess 8.25. Al Capone does a really good job with the tracks that he put on there. The only downfall is the older cuts. So I'm guessing he probably didn't have enough space, so I guess he add those tracks on there. And the oldest songs are not bad. You just can tell it's like older. I guess you can kind of say outdated. But again, if you appreciate the older cuts, you would definitely love this album. So to put this all in a nutshell, I would recommend this album if you're a Memphis fan, Al Capone fan, you name it. All right. So with that being said, shout out to Al Capone for coming out with a dope album, because I think this album is pretty dope. And shout out to all the features and all the producers. All right. Much love to the real folks, and I'll be on here back with another review. All right. Peace out, guys.